call this meeting of the Committee on Committees to order. I'll ask the clerk to take the roll.
Carol.
Here.
Hendricks. Here. Glassburner. Turk.
Here.
Frank.
Here.
Severson. And Williamson.
Here.
You have 5 of 7 present.
Good. Was this meeting properly posted?
Yes, Mr. Chair, the meeting is properly.
Very good. For us, we have a 13-point agenda. Have a motion to
Could we ask that number 9 be removed, please?
move number 9 from the agenda.
Move to approve with the amendment.
Move to approve with the removal of item 9. Do I have a second? Second by Supervisor Frank. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, so we have our agenda. We have minutes from our last meeting, which was on April 15th. Going back a little ways. Anybody have questions, comments on those?
If I may, under roll call in those minutes you have, I just caught this. It says Deputy County Clerk Keggy, but it should say County Clerk Kalish, so I will make that
Okay,
before we, so not an amendment, but I will fix
very
it
good.
once they're
Fix that typo. Anybody else have anything from those minutes? If not, then with the correction for the typo, I will declare those minutes to be approved. Item 6 is public comment. Do we have anybody from the public that wishes to address the committee tonight? Be online, be here in person, then we'll move on to item 7. Appointments to various committees, boards, and commissions. Discussion, possible action.
Okay, so in your packet, I just updated the packet to reflect Supervisor Woodhouse's resignation. So you should have the updated committee list in your packet, hopefully you all do. So within that, there are a handful, so anything that's vacant is highlighted in that salmon pinkish color. But going through the list, I guess we can fill whatever you need to, whatever order you want to do it in, but if you're gonna start with the standing committees list, which is that very first one, you'll see the first vacancy is that executive and finance standing committee. So supervisor, that was Supervisor Woodhouse, one of his appointments. So there's that one to fill in, and recall executive and finance for that particular one is made up of the chairs of other committees and then the 3 at-large members, so.
Correct me if I'm wrong, so those, usually the chair, is that the way we're still doing it? The chair that of the committee goes to the,
Yeah, so if you look on the list there, you see there's the chair, the county board chair, county board vice chair, and then your
Okay.
5 standing committees, so. which one are we missing?
So who, he was the chair of what?
He's an at-large.
Or he's
he's
at
at
large.
large. Oh, there it is, yeah, at large.
Yeah.
Brother standing.
Yep, okay.
Okay. So we should probably fill that. We want to keep our executive and
Yeah.
finance fully staffed, so. We also have a new county board member who presently has no committee assignments.
And it expressed interest in that specific committee.
To express interest in that, okay? So committee, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, if the new county board member has interest.
He has no assignments yet.
There's no assignments yet, correct?
Hello, him up.
That was the intent before we started having more resignations, so.
What's the name of the new member?
Randy Schoonover.
That's Randy. Thank you. That's right.
District 3 replaced Martin.
Larry. Eagle, let's see what he's got already. So. Mr. Chair,
Yes, go ahead.
did he express other interests besides the?
Oh, that's the only one that was expressed to me, I don't.
Yes, I think that was the only standing committee he had interest in.
I think I'd be interested in executive and finance.
Lane's expressed interest, and Randy did as well. Anybody else you'd like to consider for that?
Just trying to do a tally across to see what people are doing, and that's. Larry Engel would be good on that too. I don't know what else he's got tied up with everything else.
Elaine, which committees are you on currently?
I'm on this one and, natural resources with you in parks.
Parks.
Parks meets like quarterly.
Right.
So I've been on one committee that meets regularly, and this one meets once or twice a year?
Whatever they need to.
I mean, maybe this
As
committee
needed.
won't even be a committee anymore if we do some restructuring. But
I would say possible, but not likely. There's a pretty strong.
You're gonna have a committee on a committee
To have the, choose your committee involved in putting committee members together rather than the administrator do it or something like that. Yes, Elaine, go ahead.
did this used to be called finance and personnel? I mean, this committee here, this executive and
Yes, it should be
finance.
finance and
Okay,
personnel.
that's what
It's-
I thought.
Technically, it's the executive finance and personnel, is that its technical name?
Executive and Finance.
Executive and
Standing
Finance.
Committee, yes,
Standing
was
Committee.
Finance
But
and
it-
Personnel.
Yep, okay.
And it just changed name first, so
Pretty much when we went to the new structure,
I see.
it was a lot of the same functions stayed.
It also combined with rules and strategic plan.
Yes.
Okay.
Man,
So other openings that we do have are one on Community and Health Services Standing Committee,
natural resources
and we have a vacancy on the Natural Resources Standing Committee
and public safety.
Public safety.
and Public Safety.
And then just a reminder, you still have, so you have District 11 open, which was Michelle Harwitz, which will be filled hopefully in August.
Yep.
Hopefully, we did have one individual submit interest for that, and then you'll have the Woodhouse appointment that'll be filled then in September 15th, I think is the date for that. So you still have two members that you'll have to fill with committee assignments at some point as well. So, some of this list could be portioned up for that as well.
Are we gonna try to identify people for all the other committees tonight also?
I think a lot of them, we'd want to hold a couple open because we'll have two, but, for executive and probably for public safety, Bob, we want to name somebody.
Yeah, so I guess the question of that is, does that change our quorum number with a vacant position? Do we have to count that into our quorum number?
No.
Even though it's
it would be-
vacant?
It would be seated members. So
All right.
people who you could actually name.
Physically seat. So as long as that's the case, we could still meet a quorum, so we have some flexibility on that, in my opinion. Definitely want to get filled, but,
Looking through this committee, if we just fit the other ones that are on here, so I think executive and finance that's a pretty big one, especially
Yep.
since you have budget season right around the corner.
Yep.
So I presume you want to fill that one right now. I think community and health services, Trish can speak to that one.
I don't think it needs to be a huge rush. I think for a while, Ingrid was really pushing because we didn't have the vice chair. But then once that was put in place, I think that one's okay, but that doesn't have to be a now.
And Bob, if you said that like public safety would, if that one's okay, or if you think there's gonna be anything coming up there that.
I mean, waiting a month on that isn't gonna hurt
Okay.
anything at this point. I mean, there's some projects coming up, but most of it's the budget stuff that's we're already chatting, they've already chatted about the agencies have.
What about natural resources, Steve?
You struggle at quorum. Your number would come down anyway with vacancy, but
I think we could hold off on also.
Okay.
If we're having trouble getting spots filled.
Okay.
So there's the other one would be the Housing Authority Board. I don't know. No, that one's not as active or doesn't, it's not a standing committee, so it's those other boards, committees. I shouldn't say.
Okay.
The other one on the list is Mississippi Health Services, but we talked about that one.
Yeah,
and
we've
got
held that
Yeah.
one open.
unfilled, so. Pine Valley Committee is another one. There was representation there that we're missing. That was Marty C. or. Michelle's.
So we have one position that's gonna be, or one new member coming in
August.
in August, another one coming in September, and Randy Schoonover, who's here now. So we have actually three of them
Yep.
Yeah.
to rotate through and fill.
Yeah.
What, I guess, if we hold this off a month and then we have two people to start filling spots, is that a problem? As of next month, then we'd have two people, we can
Right.
start going.
I think the
through
bigger problem right now is Randy Schoonover doesn't have any committees
and-
as a second board member, so I think that's something we should remedy.
Fair.
As far as filling vacancies, it's more targeting, okay, so where do we need to have, and I think we've reached consensus that, okay, executive and finance should probably be filled out.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay,
And so my thought would be, let's look at the list, figure out where we can put Randy on a standing committee and then maybe a couple others. And then that's probably enough at this moment. We'll have to meet again then
Yeah.
after the next county board meeting that we seat a member, so.
So the other subcommittees that are on there, there's the library, Craig was also on library planning committee. Was also on neighborhood housing services. There's those. We're gonna hold off on public safety. We can hold off on natural resources. There's campus reconfiguration. There's a spot there as well. And then Prosperity Southwest, that's the one that Larry was on. That's the newer one.
Yep.
So other than that, we've spoken about the other ones, so. I would agree that filling that executive and finance one is of utmost importance right now, because of the time of year.
It's almost like we need to hold off, so that we do have places to put it.
You can cycle through them and you'll have the one in August and the one in September, as long as you get someone for September, but if you don't, you can meet in
Right.
August, right? And still get some of those placed in addition to any further ones for the newest supervisor that was appointed. And then maybe, if you did want to hold off on any further ones, people would have time to review the list and those could maybe express interest as well, like Randy had time to look at it. And you give the person time in August, who gets appointed to look, and then, have another appointment in September, but that's gonna be what's gonna be where it'll be.
Randy sent an email.
we can reshuffle the email.
Yeah, I got an email from Randy about committee interest. Let me just pull that.
Okay, yeah.
It's been a little bit ago.
I'll check it too.
I think he sent it to you and I.
He did, yeah, I'll open it.
So he picked executive and finance as his first choice, natural resources as his second, public safety as his third, and happy to serve anywhere else that he's needed.
Well, and we have openings in all three.
Well, so I guess I would say, based on the need to get executive finance filled, I would move to have Randy Schoonover fill that position at this point. We're gonna be meeting again to reshuffle,
Okay.
but we need to get somebody in there. That'd be a good spot to get him
All
started.
right.
That's my 2 cents.
So if we're looking at Randy, any other place you want to slot him? He says he's happy to serve anywhere else, maybe a spot there on the campus reconfiguration committee. That's been vacant for a while.
And that's gonna be moving too, right? There'll be activity coming with the grant application.
Oh, yeah.
and stuff too, so that'd be a good one to fill.
Okay.
Campus refig,
Yep.
I admit that campus refig to that.
And the other subcommittees?
Those are,
You have interest in the NHS board or?
Maybe. Or,
Which
yeah, I mean,
one?
there's housing authority as well. There's
Yeah.
kind of one of each, so,
Mm-hmm.
and those aren't meetings for.
Go ahead, sorry.
What was his choices he liked?
He picked three from the standing committees. And it was executive first, natural resources second, and public safety third. And then he said for other committees, he's willing to serve wherever.
you think two is enough for now, or do we want to try and get one?
It's gonna change next month. I mean, we can add more next month.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
two's probably a decent start.
Right, you're gonna have, right.
Yep. Maybe some of the newer ones will be really interested in NHS. That's,
Yeah.
okay.
Bob, you want to amend your motion to include CRC
The
committee, or campus reconfiguration?
campus, yes, I will amend that to campus reconfig and executive finance for Randy.
Okay, a motion from Bob,
I'll second.
second from Steve, to appoint Randy to recommend the appointment of Randy to the Executive and Finance Standing Committee and the Campus Reconfiguration Committee at this point. Any further discussion?
So
Yes, go ahead, Steve.
does this mean, I mean, do we need to take any other action tonight, or is that the main thing and we're,
As far as assigning people to committees,
yeah,
I think that's the main thing we need to do tonight.
Okay.
As I said earlier, I think the fact that he doesn't have any right now is the biggest
got it.
thing. And so we've aligned that with the need we have for somebody in executive finance. So for the remaining vacancies, we can, as the new members join the board, have places to put them.
Okay.
And as Derek suggested, we can also make the list of vacancies circulate among the board members. If any existing board member has an interest in one of those slots. they can
Get them up.
express.
And I did upload the list you have that is updated with Craig's stuff as of today, and it is on the county's website as well, so it's already updated and posted it, so it's. all
Very good. So we can highlight that the list is out there. If it's marked in red, that's it's a vacancy. Very good. Any other discussion? Yes, Elaine, go ahead.
Yeah, I was interested in executive and finance, but as long as the meetings go as they have been, I'm okay just coming because you guys have been good about allowing participation. I just think it's important that we all get the information because when there's a presenter, it's just really hard to get all that information just at the full board meeting, you know? So that's just all I had.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Further discussion? Not, then we will take the vote to recommend the appointment of Randy Schoonover to Executive and Finance and Campus Reconfiguration. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Next up is discussion and possible action on our committee structure.
So one of the things that was, when they set up the new structure, was to have a survey before we get to the next term for people. So we did create a survey that we will share with board members if you want to take a look at it. And if there's anything more you think we need to add to this survey, we definitely will. If you guys are good with it, we will send it out, or I will send it out via email later this week so that we can start getting responses back and determine, is the structure working for us moving forward, or do we need to make some changes?
In April of next year, it'll be election time, and that's our opportunity to realign and restructure ourselves if we so choose. Those of us that are still here.
Correct.
And to be clear, we're gonna have a couple of amendments we're gonna have to make in future meetings, so this won't be the last time we look at this, but tonight we're specifically talking about the evaluation. Do you have feedback or comments for Trish on this? This was something specifically brought up by Supervisor Severson,
Yes.
and quite timely. Yeah, we should be taking a look at this before we have our opportunity to reorganize again, which I suppose technically we could reorganize our committee structure anytime we chose, but it's convenient to do it when you have an election of new members.
I think this looks good. Use a lot of availability for comments and input and
So this will go to board members tonight and then responses back to you?
Yes, yep. Probably not till tomorrow.
Oh, email.
How many can I fill out?
Just one,
so you're gonna email this out to all the board members?
yes.
Can we give that to them at the,
Paper copies for,
I mean, I can go print paper copies and hand it out tonight.
I
before the
think that
meeting.
might not be a bad idea.
Sure, I can
I'm
do
just, I know there's a few, that-
that.
it's up to you.
Mentioned the point about having room to do comments.
Yeah,
I think that's important.
right, that's why there's some on here that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe instead of trying to do this tonight in a board meeting, it might be better to give people a little more time to think about it and room it in an email form so they can write out more detail.
true.
Oh,
Yes,
fair.
those
Yeah.
to me really don't tell the whole story.
Right.
You have a couple of folks that struggle with getting documents through email, so that's where we were coming at with the paper copy, so.
And I could go print them and have them set up here and just let people know they can either complete them tonight and turn them in, or
Sure.
they'll get an email copy afterwards and they can send them to me that way. So that people can have both options.
And
Or
then,
they can drop them off to you next week.
and then the other thing, it should have a deadline.
Okay. When you come to Lou Everett tomorrow, you can all just bring them in.
No. Deadline of like a week or so.
Okay.
Okay. Any other comments or feedback on the evaluation of the committee structures? All right, we scratched item 9 from the agenda. So that brings us to item 10, setting future meeting dates. We have identified we will need a committee meeting after we appoint. Case, and that'll be at our August meeting we appoint.
Yeah, third Tuesday would be August 9th.
Okay, so sometime after that, committee on committees needs to meet.
So. If we did when Derek in August, if we were to do a second E and F, when would that be, the 18th?
That would be the 25th.
25th, so I would say with schedule it, oh no, we meet at 5
Yeah.
on the second one, so yeah, that one. That one might take a little while.
You don't always have that second executive meeting, but it's budget season, so it's kind of a good possibility will.
Right.
Would we want to meet after the 19th?
So we could potentially meet on Wednesday the 20th or Thursday the 21st. I don't think we have a CRC meeting scheduled out that far.
We do. And it's usually the following week that we would have
Okay.
those, or the first week.
Yeah.
of next month.
Do like a 5 or 6 o'clock on the 20th or 21st of August. That work for everybody?
They're open for me.
Okay. Any preference between 5 and 6?
Derek and I like 5.
I like that.
I like 5 AM.
Yeah, jeez.
5 AM.
5:30 out at quorum at 5 a.m. All right, so we can shoot for 5 p.m. on Wednesday or Thursday, which one? Better. I can do either one.
Wednesdays tend to be better.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
That will work for you, Elaine?
I can never do Wednesdays ever. 'cause
You
of
can't?
traffic.
Thursday would be better for you then? Okay, how about Thursday for everybody?
I can make it, yeah.
Okay, Thursday, the 21st at 5 p.m. will be next. Any correspondence?
None to report.
Future agenda items? Mr. Carroll?
Would find it handy as a tool for this committee if we had a reverse committee listing. In other words, each person and then the committees they're on. Because it's hard for me to scroll through all the committees, try to get a
Right.
handle on who's for
One spreadsheet by name and then showing
Yeah,
committees.
yeah.
Okay. I think we had a tool like that when we were making initial assignments, didn't we?
We did, and I can go through and we can log in some.
Okay.
Does it necessarily need to be an agenda item, or can we just update the listing to
Give
reflect?
me a report for the meeting or something.
Yeah.
Find it really useful, it will become an ongoing thing.
Yeah, no, I thought about doing that actually. Well, and again, you're right, we had a version of that when we were signing these, but it got all messy. so-
Yep, oh yeah, it did. All right, any other future agenda items?
Mr. Chair, if we may, number 9 will have to go back on there, the.
Yes.
It's to the appendix A, so I will know that you're okay with that.
Very good. Anybody else on the committee have a future agenda item? If not, then we're down to item number 13, looking for a motion to adjourn.
That moves adjourned.
Motion by Hendricks, second by Caro. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you.